third innings of shutout baseball. 4 walks, just 1 strikeout. But the young man, especially innings 3 through 6, just 61 pitches, which was outstanding after struggling the first 2. But his club scored him some runs, and the umpires very nicely waiting to the 107, and it just clicked, and now we can begin. Mazzaro was ready to go, but about a minute, and home plate umpire Bruce Stratman said, nope, we're going to wait.
So Mazzaro's first pitch here at the Coliseum is outside to Adam Jones. Jones, Reimold, Markakis, top of the order for the Orioles. So Vin Mazzaro, just 22 years old, second major league start. And he jumps ahead in the count 1-2.
Okay, Hill last night featured the two-seam fastballs down and into the right-handers. Jones swinging over one of them, and this one, though, was 94 on the inside with a little movement. Cahill 6+ innings last night, 91 pitches. No walks, which is always positive.
A win for Cahill last night, his 3rd of the year. His ERA continues to work its way down. Just a little over 4. Beautiful afternoon.
Cahill, of course, a lot of support early, especially after 3rd. That's a good two-seamer down and in. Had all of his pitches working, and Kurt Suzuki brought all of his pitches in early, which is important, especially for Cahill.
Adam Jones, a seeing eye base hit. Jones will take it. Just rolled right through the middle of the diamond.
Scott Podsednik on Tuesday got a base hit up the middle, a 10-pitch at bat, the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. After going inside with a two-seamer, this one was outside, and Jones with a high chopper, no chance for anybody to get it.
So here's Nolan Reimold, the left fielder. Well, for Mazzaro in that start in Chicago, he allowed 2 hits and 3 walks in the first 2 innings, but worked his way out of a couple jams. The White Sox stranded 4 in those first 2 innings, and then, as Ray said, after that he just settled in. Ended up throwing 105 pitches. Chopper to Cabrera. Kennedy, and the throw is wide, and it's going to go into the Orioles dugout. Adam Jones was right on top of Adam Kennedy, and he came in very hard. Right on top of Kennedy, and that caused the errant throw. So it's going to be an error.
Batting in the 3rd position.
Well, it's almost could see it happening. Ian Kinsler got Kennedy when the Rangers were playing the Rangers, but boy, this is about all he could do, stay on the bag, try to back up, but he had Jones coming in hard, clean slide as he was close to the bag.
So the runner is at second in the air on Kennedy, and that's as hard of a slide as we've seen this year, as it was Jones coming in.
But as long as the runner can reach either side of the bag and touch the bag, it's a clean slide. Kind of a slate slide by Jones as he went through the bag. And the throw, unfortunately, went in the dugout.
1-0 to Markakis, a bit inside 2-0. Sliding late like that, you got a better chance of hurting yourself than you do the second baseman. Yeah, but the bag is hard.
It's hard, but if he goes through, and Hal McRae was one of the best at going through the bag and upending the middle infielder. Very scary, because
Holiday's going to get there and left. Markakis is out.
You kind of expect the guy slides like he's supposed to early. Then you can step back, you can go forward, do whatever. But
in the 4th position.
In the case of Jones, he went through it and didn't hurt himself, hit the bag hard, but still. Mazzaro doing his job so far, getting a tough Markakis out, and tries to get Luke Scott to do exactly what a pitcher's supposed to do when an error is made behind him.
Scott, the cleanup hitter. 3 hits in the series, including his 13th home run of the year. Takes inside. Melvin Mora, a right-handed hitter, is in the on-deck circle, just underway from the Coliseum. A's come in with a 24-30 record, and they are 13-13 at home, 11-17 on the road. 5 wins in a row, and have won 6 out of their last 7. So those are the numbers for the Athletics.
Dallas Braden, the only run he gave up, solo home run to Luke Scott, the cut fastball that stayed up a little bit. Scott had stuck out a couple of times prior at bats against Braden. Took him deep for the only run of the Orioles.
Just off the plate, 2-1.
One of the pitches, that's a changeup thrown by Mazzaro. That's only about 6 to 7 miles under his fastball. And ideally, you like about 10 to 12 mile hour differential between the fastball and the changeup. But
hit very high to right. Cuss drifts back. Warning track, and Jack Cuss has it. Side retired. So a leadoff hit by Adam Jones does no damage. Bottom of the first coming up, no score. Bottom of the first, no score. Cabrera, Kennedy, Cuss, first 3 hitters in the A's lineup. Against the lefty, Rich Hill. Big sweeping breaking pitch from Hill is inside to Cabrera.
And that is a pitch, might as well get used to it because he's going to throw a lot of it. It's his best pitch, his favorite pitch, and he likes to throw it. Just along with a fastball and a changeup. But his out pitch is his curveball, especially against a right hitter who likes to throw it a lot.
And there's a base hit to center field. Last night, Cabrera opened up the A's half of the first inning with a double. Today, it's a base hit. A's lineup brought to you by McDonald's. Saw Cabrera, Kennedy, and Cuss. Matt Holliday in left. Giambi is the DH today. Kurt Suzuki, Bobby Crosby will play first. Rajay Davis in center, and Gregorio Petit gets the start at third base. Orioles defense, Raimel Jones Markakis in the outfield, Mora, Andino, Wigington, and Oscar Salazar at first. Matt Wieters is the catcher. So Adam Kennedy steps in against Rich Hill.
And Cabrera, 3 games against the Orioles, leadoff single in all 3 games, and so far in the first 2 he scored, trying to make it 3 in a row if the A's can bring him around.
2-0. Kennedy, Cuss, Giambi, the 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup against the lefty Rich Hill. That one foul territory, but playable for Mora, who's fighting the sun. He hangs in there and makes the catch.
Bill starting for the Orioles, his 5th. And the Orioles have won all 4. He was with the Cubs, starting pitcher for Chicago, but a player to be named later. He's picked up by the Orioles. 12 walks in 21 2/3 innings. 22 strikeouts. Of course, we mentioned the big curveball that he likes to throw. His fastball tops out about 91. Dave Tremblay, second full season managed the Orioles, took over Sam Palazzo in 2007. For a guy who never played professional baseball, he's come a long way. Just goes to show you, you work hard. As he said, 20 years in the minor leagues at various levels, in instructional league and winter ball. Finally got the opportunity in the big leagues at 57. He's in the show. Mazzaro 21's in the show, 22. So it's.
You think Dave Tremblay enjoys getting on the charter flight? Oh man.
Well, again, he just is so appreciative of the great game of baseball. And, you know, for him right now, sitting there, he said he just looks around at all these beautiful stadiums and all the history. And he brought up Dick Green's name, and is so proud because of all the great players of the A's. He said, Dick Green, he could play some second base. And I said, that's great, Trem, because I knew that, but because of Reggie and Rudy and Bando and Tennis and, you know, so many great players, his name was one of the last mentioned. But a tremendous player.
You think Dave Tremblay ever looks back and thinks about how many times he sat in front of the bus as a minor league manager, bouncing along the highway?
Oh, yeah. But, you know, it was a purpose for him, as he said, just to be a teacher, which he is a very good teacher. Of course, at the minor league level, you can do that, and even more so at the major league level. In today's world, you're required to teach a little bit more because players get to the big leagues so quickly.
2-1 to Jack Cust. Swing and a miss.
That long over-the-top delivery by Hills, a little deceiving, so maybe take the A's a little time to get acclimated to the delivery and follow through. Watch you all the way down, and it's right over the top. Pretty straight fastball. Times leaves the ball up in the zone, which can become very hittable.
Cabrera takes off, throw to second, not in time. Pitch called the ball, and it's a stolen base for Cabrera.
Picked a perfect pitch to run on. Of course, if he throws a lot of curves, and you can get the jump, the slow curve. And Wieters showing off his strong arm. He had no chance. You could see where Cabrera was by the time Wieters got the ball. Perfect throw to second, but a little bit late simply because Cabrera got a great jump. The young man gets up quickly from behind the plate and got a great arm.
Big sweeping curve is outside. So the walk to Cust, first and second, one out for Holiday.
Batting in the 4th position.
You know, a lot of times you get scouting reports about certain things, and all of a sudden you're surprised as a hitter when a guy's throwing a pitch that you're not aware of. The scouting report is true to form on Rich Hill, number of curveballs and how many he's already thrown in this game.
First pitch to Holiday is just a bit low. Matt Holiday is hot, folks. What do you want to know? 12 hits in his last 25 at-bats. And in the month of June, 476 with 9 RBIs in 6 games.
I have a feeling that curve is going to be hit before the day is over. It hit a long way. See enough of them, and you sit on it, and hitters are very good at sitting on certain pitches.
Two and one to Holiday. Overall, Holiday now hitting .291 with 8 home runs and 37 runs batted in. Holiday leads the team in RBIs. Cust is second with 32. Giambi is third with 30.
This big curveball, not quite the same trajectory as one thrown by Barry Zito for his entire major league career, but it's one that the umpire sometimes will call too quickly, and sometimes they won't call it, or they'll assume it's going to be high and not call the break.
Another full count. 381 over the last 25 games, and just as important, the RBIs. Runners are going. The pitch is low, ball 4. Oh, looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Cust walk, Holiday walk, Giambi coming up.
Batting in the fifth position, designated hitter, number 16, Jason Giambi.
It's amazing when you watch two teams going in opposite directions, and I mean that simply because the A's have won 5 in a row, and the Orioles, on the other hand, have lost 4 in a row and lost 6 out of 7. And the teams that are hot, always putting pressure on it, right back at it. If the A's, you keep it going as long as possible. First pitch to Giambi is low. And we've said it many times, Ray, when you have a team in your ballpark that's not playing good baseball, you got to finish them off. 2-0.
Well, the thing is, what Rich Hill's running up against, 3 guys in the middle of the batting order, not only hot, but also very selective.
That's right.
They know the strike zone, and Giambi right now is sitting on a particular pitch in a location, especially he had 2-0. Now, Birkin walked a couple in front of Giambi last night, and G made him pay. Down on the corner, just barely fair. All 3 runs able to score. Giambi, 3-run double.
3-1. Kurt Suzuki on deck. Cabrera at third. Cust at second. Holiday at first. High, ball 4. Cabrera comes in to score, and the A's take a 1-0 lead. Rich Hill has walked 3 consecutive A's hitters.
And unfortunately for Rich Hill, the 3-1 he aimed. When you aim the pitch instead of letting it go, bad things happen, and the pitch was clearly not even close to the strike zone. So Cabrera leads off again, this time with a hit, as he did the first 2 games, and like he did in the first 2, he scored in the first inning.
Kurt Suzuki, 283 with a couple of home runs and 18 RBIs. Kurt is 2 for 8 in the series with a double. Curve not close. So Hill unable to throw his fastball for a strike or his curveball. Way outside, 2-0.
Well, usually you miss him with a curveball and you have a decent changeup. That's the pitch to throw because it comes out of the hand like a fastball. Action
in the bullpen for the Orioles. The Orioles come in with the worst ERA in the American League at 5.32. And that hits Kurt Suzuki, and it's 2-0 A's as Cust trots home. So Suzuki trots to first. He'll pick up an RBI.
He's trying to throw the fastball for a strike and overthrew it this time.
First pitch to Crosby is low, ball 1.
Now Matt Waiters calling the curveball, just trying to get him to throw it for a strike.
Gets the call there. Didn't have to be a strike, but Bruce Struckman raises the right hand. 1-1 to Crosby. Bobby playing first base this afternoon. time a couple years ago, Rich Hill. The Cubs were very high on him. He had a terrific season in his first full season in the big leagues with Chicago. Line drive, foul. But last year he was just injured almost a whole year and got traded. But in 2007, he was 11-8, 32 starts for the Cubs, and had nearly a strikeout per inning pitched. Grounded. Mora, nice play. He's going to throw across the diamond. Wigginton is, or not Wigginton, but Salazar is able to stay on the bag. I don't know how he did it. A run scores.
Now Bob Guerin had a great look, and immediately he shot out of the dugout as quickly as we've ever seen him. And only because he had the look from the A's dugout.
And he's pretty hot, so I think you're right, Ray. He had to see something. The first base umpire is Paul Emmel. So the third run of the inning comes in. And Crosby gets an RBI, but let's see.
A heck of a play by Melvin Moore and taking a double, robbing Bobby of a double. And Wigginton had to go inside.
Oh, man.
Oh,
that's
goodness.
not even close.
Oh, wow.
And you see the second base umpire is Gary Darling, and you see where he is? He's staring right at the play. See where he is? Paul Emmel missed that one, and he missed it pretty bad.
Well, he's saying, I'm sure Emmel is saying that when Wigginton caught the ball, he was on the bag, but he wasn't. Actually, what he should have done, Emmel, is move around where he had a better angle. He kind of stayed in his position.
Now, Gary Darling, as I said, where he's standing, he's looking right at it. Now, he's not going to necessarily do anything about it. What can you do? So Crosby does get an RBI, his 12th of the year. Raj Davis has had a good series. Davis with 3 hits, scored a couple of runs, has a double. And for Davis, his 5th consecutive game in the starting lineup. 1-2 pitch is sliced foul.
Got Aaron Cunningham, the odd man out today, with Jack Cusson Wright and Jason Giambi getting the half day off by DHing, but he, like Rajai Davis, playing pretty consistently and really picking it up quite a bit and able not only to play very good defensively, but getting some big hits.
So it's a 35 pitch first inning for Rich Hill. Curve just a bit outside, 2-2, and there's been action in the bullpen really since about the 4th or 5th hitter in this inning. Brian Bass down there. Big curve is hit off the leg of Rajai Davis.
See, with Rajai's speed, guys will hit the ball off their foot.
Take off.
For him, definitely take off. This is going to be a base hit. But that's easy for us to say. We didn't have it hit off our foot. But that's one that he definitely would have beaten out.
Another full count. Gregorio Petit, the on-deck hitter. Curve, and that missed. Somewhere.
Rajai might have sold that one. And that's the last curveball Rich Hill's going to throw today. Rajai was fooled, looked it right past, and Hill was heading to the dugout. Instead, he's going to go to the dugout without coming back out for the second.
So for the second time in this series, Ray, a starting pitcher for the Orioles has gone 2/3 of an inning. Wow. So Rich Hill is out. Brian Bass is in.
Coming in to pitch for Baltimore.
Just one hit, but 4 walks and a hit batter.
Dave Tremblay hoping Brian Bass does what Mark Hendrickson did Friday night and give him some innings.
Brian Bass pitched on Friday, just 1 inning.
Tough on a manager.
Oh, boy.
But our boy Raymond's right behind Dave Tremblay.
That's lined by Petit, just foul. Well, it's hard to, as a pitching staff, to come back from one start where your starter gets knocked out in the first inning, but the second time in 3 days.
Well, actually, only 1 hit so far in this inning, and that was a leadoff single by Orlando Cabrera. 4 walks, hit batter, and Rajay Davis, the best Academy Award of the day. And he took off to first on what looked like strike 3.
Way inside, almost hit Petit. 18th appearance for Brian Bass.
Had a lot of base runners in his 34 1/3 innings. So he's, of course, comes out of the bullpen pitching out of the stretch, but even if he didn't, he would be.
Petit just got a piece of it. Bass pitched for the Twins and the Orioles last year.
Now Ben Mazzaro, like guys in front of him, that been getting some run support, and he's getting the same. Long time in the dugout. And he'll take an even bigger hit here by Gregorio Petit.
Just off the plate, 2-2. Hit hard, but Andino, the shortstop, has it. Flips to Wigington, side retired. So after all that, the A's score 3. We head to the second inning, 3-0 Athletics. Well, the A's host the Colorado Rockies Saturday, June 27th. The game is at 6:05. Before the game, it's the A's annual beer festival. Enjoy samples from over 30 different breweries, live music, and much more. Get a souvenir mug and 2 tastings for just $10. You must be 21 years of age for the tastings. Admission is free with your game ticket. Order now. Call 877-493-BALL or visit OaklandAthletics.com.
It'd be a big crowd for that day.
Yeah. We working?
Always working.
Yeah,
some always work.
We'll be televising that game, so there will be no beer festival for us. But if you're coming out, come out earlier. Check it out. Melvin Mora, Oscar Salazar, Matt Wieters. 5, 6, and 7 in the Orioles lineup against Vin Mazzaro. Mazzaro gave up a leadoff single to Adam Jones in the top of the first. Orioles did not score. Orioles have scored just 10 runs in their last 6 games. Big reason why they are struggling right now. A couple games of interest for the Athletics have just gone final. I'll give those to you. The Tigers scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning and beat the Angels 9-6. Cleet Thomas hit a grand slam. That was the difference in the ballgame.
It's an opposite field grand slam, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So Detroit beats the Angels 9-6, and Texas beat the Red Sox 6-3. Padilla, the winner, thought he was on waivers. He was pitching. I looked down. I said, Padilla pitching for the Rangers. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I thought they were, I don't know.
Maybe somebody else was in his uniform.
It was him. I'm telling you, it was him. Ground ball to Cabrera, and that's the first out. So Padilla's the winner. Matsusaka the loser. Matsusaka now 1-4. But Texas 6, the Red Sox 3. Nelson Cruz another home run. He's got 17.
Now if they put Padilla on waivers and pulled him off, somebody claimed him, maybe couldn't work a deal, and they
maybe that's
pulled
what
him
they
off
did.
and kept him. But that's weird.
Yeah.
I thought they were so upset with him. And somebody, matter of fact, I think Peter Gavin's made the comment that kind of showed when nobody claimed him. Well, maybe somebody did, but or if they didn't, then
who knows?
It's interesting. We'll have to find out about that.
The Yankees scored late, came back and beat the Rays 4-3. Swisher his 11th home run. Rivera his 13th save. And Roy Halladay did it again. A complete game, 7-hitter. Blue Jays 4, Royals nothing. Halladay is now 10-1, and that's his 3rd complete game of the year.
Well, he'll start the American League All-Star game, or the All-Star team, and we've already given him the Cy Young Award.
You're giving him the big double, huh? Yeah. All-Star game start. Very close play at first. Oscar Salazar hustling down the line. Kennedy throws him out. So 2 ground ball outs here in the 2nd inning.
Kennedy kind of had the ball come up on him, took a little time, and Salazar busting it down the line, and Stretch almost beat it out. It's good hustle. I'd like to see that from all players.
What did you think of that call?
Well, I figured ground ball to second base, that's an automatic out, isn't it?
I know. Wieters hits one very high center field. Rajay Davis, he has it, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Vin Mazzaro. A shutdown inning. Bottom of the 2nd, coming up 3-0 A's.
Bottom of the second inning, shortstop, number 18.
On July 17th, 4th annual A's Dog Day presented by Avoderm Ultra Premium Pet Food. Tickets are $15 for each man and dog, with a $5 dog fee being donated to Dogs for Diabetics. Each guest receives an A's bandana and goodie bag with dog product samples. Space is limited, so order your tickets now at oaklandathletics.com.
Top of the order, and Orlando Cabrera, as he had a base hit, stole a base, scored a run in the first when the A's scored 3 times.
Well, they call it June swoon, dog days of summer. Right now, things are looking very, very well for the Athletics.
Melvin Moore, ranging a long ways to his left, throws out Cabrera.
Second baseman, number 29, Adam.
Well, the A's on June 1st, which was Monday, lost to the White Sox 6-2 and have not lost since then. Won the final 3 in Chicago. After this series, the A's will host the Minnesota Twins for a 4-game series starting tomorrow night. A's will get their first look at the Twins. Minnesota, a game under 500 coming into today, but just 2.5 back in the AL Central. But as I look further into that, Ray, Minnesota is 7-17 on the road, which certainly stands out when you look at their breakdown of their record. That's the fewest, second fewest road wins in all of baseball. Only the Nationals have fewer. So that's surprising. Good veteran team like the Twins, you would think they would play better on the road. Salazar on the backhand, throws to Bass, 2 outs. So the probable pitching matchups for the series between the A's and the Twins looks like that. Swarzak and Outman tomorrow, and then Baker Anderson, Liriano Braden, Blackburn, and Cahill. And the Thursday game is an afternoon matchup. We'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Thursday is a radio only.
What?
Yeah. We don't say that very often anymore.
No.
So you'll be heading over next door with Ken and Vince.
And you'll be sitting right here. And
look, at your chair is over there. They leave the chair there. Nobody sits in it. It's just sitting there. That's awesome. That's respect right there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Until Marty Lurie shows up.
Marty breaking it down.
Marty, come over and have a bagel and sit down on the chair.
He may see the chair right there. That's Ray's chair. Don't mess with it. You're only doing 17 radio games, but nobody sits in that chair.
The radio home of the A's, KTRB 860. Happy to have them on board for the radio games when folks don't watch us on Comcast Sportsnet California.
You guys do a great job next door. So radio only on Thursday. And the A's will head across the bay to play the Giants next weekend. So the pitchers have started hitting a little bit and getting ready for. The A's will play 9 straight games in National League Park starting next Friday.
Well, 9 games, 5-man rotation.
Who's the lucky guys?
Well, who's Friday?
Well,
it's Mazzaro.
Yeah, if Mazzaro's tonight, he will pitch Friday. Salazar has this one as well, steps on the bag. So Brian Bass has a 3-up, 3-down second inning. We're headed to the third. It's 3-0 A's. SNCalifornia.com and vote for the All-Star Teacher Award. Check out the finalist bios and video features. The winning teacher receives $10,000 for his or her school. The All-Star Teacher Award is sponsored by Comcast KMBR and the San Francisco Chronicle. Third inning. Orioles come to bat against Mazzaro, Wigington, Andino, and Jones. Mazzaro has given up just one hit. Has not walked anybody and has not struck anybody out as of yet. Ty Wigington playing second base today. Saw Wigington in game 1 of the series, and he played first base.
Well, he's a pretty large second baseman. He's good size and usually plays third, first. But Ty Waller showed me the lineup. I said, wait a minute, second base? Oh,
Bobby Crosby hangs with it, steps on the bag. That ball had some stuff going on, a little English on it. Bobby reached out and knocked it down with his bare hand.
What a great play. Great reflex by Bobby. He's looking at diamond vision, and why not? Because this is a great play, especially with the spin. Took it to his right and stuck out his hand, sacrificed the palm of his hand, and hopefully got him in the meat and didn't hurt by getting him on the fingers. But outstanding play by Bobby Crosby.
Here's Robert Andino, the shortstop, who takes a strike.
Catcher at times, if you have both hands out with the catcher's mitt and the bare hand, throw a slider that breaks real sharply, you end up sticking your right hand out. It's okay if you catch it. Not off the end of the fingers, but ideally you want to use your glove, whether it's a catcher's mitt or a first baseman's mitt.
So that's the first strikeout for Vin Mazzaro, and he gets Andino.
But we are seeing a very smooth delivery today by Vin Mazzaro, and this is just a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence in this young man, and just a compact delivery, exactly the same every time he winds up, which is the consistency and what you want in your delivery, especially with the mechanics.
Slider a little bit low to Adam Jones.
Notice today how much more Suzuki is calling the breaking pitches early in this game, mostly fastballs. First couple of innings last Tuesday.
That fastball lined into left field by Adam Jones, so Jones is 2 for 2.
Number 14, Nolan Rymel.
And Jones now 4 for 9 in the series. It's hard not to be impressed with this young man.
Left the fastball up, a little tanning action towards the inside part of the plate at 93 miles per hour.
First pitch to Nolan Reimold is a bit low. Reimold homered last night. He's got 6 home runs and 14 RBIs on the year. Down the right field line. A very long run for Cust, and he's going to run out of room. This ball bounces just foul.
And Brad Ziegler came in and threw a two-seamer. He went down and got it and lifted it. Very high to left field. Ryan Holiday fooled all of us by turning his back and playing off the wall.
He got me. Reimold, among American League rookies, first in homers and first in RBIs. And he really has not been around that long. Just May 14th is when he came up. It's jammed there and fists one over the Orioles dugout. So the count 1-2. So another young player the Orioles are taking a look at, Nolan Reimold. Lays off that slider, kind of a sweeping slider from Mazzaro. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 96 miles per hour on the fastball. Couple of strikeouts for Mazzaro here in the third. Bottom of the third. Coming up, 3-0 A's. Cleanup hitter Matt Holliday leading it off for the A's in the bottom of the third. Brian Bass, who got the final out in the first and then had a 3-up, 3-down second in relief of Rich Hill. Rich Hill went 2/3 of an inning. Holliday hits a shot to short. Andino hangs with it and throws wide, but Salazar again is able to keep his foot on the bag. So that's the first out in the third. Let's look at our leaderboard. And it's brought to you by Firestone. Has to do with the heart of the A's order. June RBIs. The most, Matt Holliday. Giambi second with 8. Cust tied for 5th with 6. So the offense has picked up in June. The pitching's went into a different gear, and we've seen a real good stretch of baseball from the A's.
You look at Matt Holliday and say he's 0 for 1. He just hit his ball as hard as you could hit a ball. And Andino was very smart because he took the ball to the side. He said, I'm not going to get the body in front of it because it might have gone through him if he had missed it. He took it to the side and was able to throw out Holliday, but he crushed the ball.
Giambi very high, shallow center. We got 4 Orioles out there. Somebody's going to catch it. It'll be Adam Jones.
This is the smoke ball, one up, and maybe Andino didn't have time to get in front of it, but I don't think he wanted to anyway. That's a ball hit that hard. The third baseman saying, glad it went to the shortstop.
You know what? There's no such thing as knocking that down. Ooh. It's not going to happen. Kurt Suzuki was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the first, so he picked up an RBI, his 19th of the year. The A's have 1 hit in the game. But they received 4 walks and the hit batter. Andino, more action, the shortstop. He flips to first, side retired. So Brian Bass has come in and retired 7 in a row. 4th inning coming up, 3-0 A's.
Anytime now for Carlos Jr. In your face. There it is. That's in your face. Shaving cream and a towel on top of it. Mazzaro. The classic look is that of Dallas Braden, and then the final little yeah. But the look.
Have we talked to Dallas about that?
Oh yeah, we talked to him after he pitched a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, but has he seen the video of the frightening look on his face?
No, the look of enjoyment.
Major enjoyment.
Too much enjoyment.
Uncontrollable enjoyment. Markakis, Scott, and Mora against Vin Mazzaro. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Markakis hit a fly ball to left field in the first inning. He's 2 for 9 in the series. A couple of strikeouts last inning for Vin Mazzaro. That one's grounded toward Kennedy. Charges, flips to first, 1 out. Well, in this series, now this is how well these pitchers have been going. 3 innings in the books here. These pitchers have walked 1 and struck out 20 in this series. 1 walk, 20 strikeouts. And that's been done in 21 innings.
Take it. Every time you take it.
Oh boy, that's about as good as you can get.
What Jack Nicholson said. Said that a few times.
Yes, he did. Scott, very high, petite, right on the line. Now comes into fair territory, and he's got it. 2 outs.
Boy, that was just says it all right there. 2-0. He throws a little bit of a two-seam fastball at 92, and just enough to get Scott to pop the ball up. So you have to wonder, is the A's pitching or maybe the Orioles just not able, opening up with Scott just a little bit and get the ball in play, but a good pitch by Mazzaro.
Well, I think it's probably the perfect combination of a pitching staff that's been very, very good. And the Orioles are they're scuffling big time offensively. Melvin Mora hit a ground ball to short, leading off the second inning. The Orioles, after this series, will go home, and they will have a 9-game homestand. So I'm sure they will be happy to get back to Camden Yards. Seattle, Atlanta, and the Mets are the 3 teams that they will face. Jam shot. Mazzaro scoops it up. It's to first. Side retired. So nicely done by Vin Mazzaro. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It'll be Crosby, Davis, and Petit. Bobby Crosby steps in for the A's. One attempt and he missed it. Crosby, Davis, and Petit here in the bottom of the fourth. The A's with a 3-0 lead. They scored all 3 runs in the first inning.
Just one hit.
Just one hit.
That is it. And Bass has come in, retired 7 in a row.
Liner Salazar grabs it, and that's the first out. Ace Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The Portobello Mushroom $6 burger is back. At Carl's Jr., it's more than just an ace of meat. Mid-60s today at the ballpark. Lots of sunshine.
Bobby Crosby could have 2 doubles.
Yeah, that may have been hit as hard, if not harder, than Matt Holliday's ball.
But Moore robbed him down the third base line. Well, he did get an RBI, but that would have been a double. Might have cleared the bases, and this one that Salazar was able to rob him. Well, Rajay with the ball bearing down on his chest. Good idea as he tried to bunt twice and pulled the bat back and his body. The ball in the midsection doesn't feel good.
No.
That's why a lot of guys, when they sacrifice bunt, they don't square around anymore. Used to square around and look right at the pitcher. Now they kind of sit off to the side, set up to the side. Because if you square around, the ball comes right at you.
Andino. I've been impressed with Robert Andino.
Yeah.
He's a very good defensive shortstop, and he runs around all over the place. He's made a lot of nice plays. In
Number 2, third baseman, Gregorio Petit.
He's not a big guy. Boy, he's got a lot of range.
Got a strong arm.
Yeah.
But the range is impressive. A little bit of an not necessarily sidearm, but see the 2-seam fastball
Good
through to
sinker.
his first baseman. That's why first baseman has to know exactly how all 3 other infielders throw the baseball. Especially with that kind of movement.
Gregorio Petit grounded out to short in the first inning. That's a pretty good fastball sinking down, and Petit swung right over top of it, so he's quickly behind in the count 0-2. Brian Bass says, as we always like to say with the middle reliever, try to calm things down, and Bass has done that for the Orioles. Retired 9 in a row. Two and 2. Petita's worked it full. He's received 4 walks in that 3-run first inning. The only hit in the game is by that guy Cabrera. Three-two pitch is popped up and fouled.
Well, folks got excited with the A's scoring 3 in the first inning. Chance to score some more. Now they've settled down to watch a pitcher's duel. For the A's, it's their starter. For the relievers, it's a reliever. Or their team, it's a reliever. And he has done a great job. Mark Hendrickson, now Brian Bass.
Andino, the shortstop, flips it across, side retired. So indeed, 10 in a row retired by Brian Bass. 5th inning coming up, still 3-0 Athletics. Nothing lead behind Vin Mazzaro. He's been very good again in his second major league start. And how about this? 10 1/3 scoreless innings to start his career. The record for a starter. Opening up his career with a scoreless streak. 11 innings. Aaron Harang did that in 2002. So Vin Mazzaro.
It's an Oakland A's record. Wow.
It's closing in on an Oakland A's record. Consecutive scoreless innings as a starter to start his career. He faces Oscar Salazar leading off the fifth. Salazar, Wieters, and Wigginton. Salazar grounded out to second. And this time he's going to ground out to Mazzaro. 1-3 on the foot. You saw Aaron Harang's name on there. This was his major league debut. Last time an A's pitcher making his major league debut did not allow any runs as a starter. It was Harang, May 25th, 2002.
Oh, he was good.
He was good.
He is still good with the Atlanta Reds. This was against the Rays, so
watch what happened after. Things got a little weird after. He got sprayed. Remember, he got sprayed with the water gun.
You were down on the field.
I remember that. I was getting sprayed as well by the water gun. Don't remember who the guy was doing it.
Well, you're looking dapper there.
Yeah.
Look how young you look.
Yeah.
What year was that?
2002. 7 years ago. Wow, I was 21 then, huh? Aaron Harang.
Well, it's sad that some thought that he couldn't pitch in the big leagues, and well, he's proven them wrong.
Matt Holliday in foul territory makes the catch. So Matt Wieters is retired.
So was that 10 1/3? Was that what we were shooting for?
So he's now tied.
He's tied.
Number 23, Ty Wigginton.
Well, he's very calm.
Yes, he is.
He's very composed, and it's impressive.
Slider outside. So it was 6 1/3 on Tuesday in Chicago, shutout baseball, and 4 2/3 so far this afternoon as he faces Ty Wigginton.
Talk about mechanics. I think back to the late great Catfish Hunter, Hall of Famer, and his mechanics. Every time he threw the baseball, everything was exactly the same. Never deviated one bit. And pitchers will tell you if their mechanics are good, consistent, you're going to be a consistently good pitcher.
Curveball hit toward right center. Jack Cust has it. Side retired. 7 in a row retired by Vin Mazzaro, and he is now in the Oakland A's record books. Congratulations, 3-0 A's. Orioles nothing, bottom of the 5th inning. And it'll be the top of the order for the Athletics. First pitch from Brian Bass to Orlando Cabrera is in for a strike. Cabrera, Kennedy, and Cust for the Athletics. Andino. See how that ball stayed down, and the shortstop stayed right with it. So 6-3 on put out. That brings us to our poll question. Make sure you visit the A's page on csncalifornia.com to vote in today's poll, which is featured on the pregame show. The question: will the A's have a winning percentage over 500 by the end of June? It's a simple yes or no.
Well, the way they're going right now, they're going to be about 28-1.
That's right.
Meanwhile, Brian Bass has faced 11 batters and he has 8 ground ball outs and retired all 11. A little bit better than Mark Hendrickson on Friday. Hendrickson ended up giving up a home run to Matt Holliday. It was a 3-run shot after he went 3 1/3. Total just 2 hits, 3 runs.
Well, it's a thankless job being a long reliever, but you can also be incredibly valuable to your team. And whatever happens in the outcome of this game, I think what Brian Bass has done for the Orioles. And look up at his pitch count, 42.
Exactly.
So he may be out there a little while, though you saw Matt Albers warming up in the bullpen. Kennedy flips one down the left field line, and that will drop fair. Reimold picks it up quickly, and Kennedy has a base hit.
I think more than anything for a relief pitcher is Kennedy, who does a very good job. Double to left center last night. This ball tailing away from him. A rare ball in the air. This one makes it to the outfield for a base hit. But for a reliever, sitting down, sitting on. So there's a lot of. Normally, as a reliever, come in and pitch an inning or two, you might sit down a couple of times, but Bass has done it since the first inning.
Jack Cust, the hitter, he walked and scored in the first and hit a ground ball to first in the second inning.
David Renetti must be looking for some peace and quiet.
Well, you know, I think it's two things. It's either peace and quiet, or he just wants us to show him on TV. I don't know. Which one do you think it is?
When you're as great as he is, vice president of stadium operations,
You can do whatever you want.
that's right. He runs the place.
But I do think David comes to the ballpark and says, you know, I haven't been on TV this homestand yet. I'm going to stop up in the booth,
There he
and they'll
is.
put me on. I'll smile, I'll look good, and then you watch. He'll be gone in 2 minutes.
Maybe less than that.
Reimold, warning track in left field has him. Now we're teasing David Renetti. He's one of our all-time favorites.
Still didn't get us any new chairs, so he passed the buck on that one.
Yeah. So 2 outs for Matt Holliday.
Number 5, Matt Holliday.
Holliday, like Cust, walked and scored in the first inning and then hit a smash on the ground to short that Robert Andino made a nice play on. So Matt Holliday now with 37 RBIs on the season.
Yeah, so the 94-mile-an-hour fastball stadium gun shows, and Holliday, who hit the ball hard on a fastball his last time, and it was a low fastball. Sinker slider for the right-hander, and he's been very effective.
That one hit hard behind the bag at second. Wigginton, a nice play to Andino, and Matt Holliday gets a base hit taken away from him by the middle infield.
David's gone.
Wigginton and Andino. David Renetti's gone because we showed him on TV. 3-0 A's. Orioles come to bat in the top of the 6th inning, and so far Vin Mazzaro has shut them down. Just 2 hits for the Orioles. Mazzaro has not walked anybody. He has struck out 2, and he has retired 14 of the last 15.
We're talking about Wigginton playing different positions up the middle, robbing Holiday. So Holiday, a couple of hits taken away also. Wigginton all over the infield.
Good pitch right on the corner to Andino, and it's 1-2.
I guess Vinny was a little bit nervous in his first game. He's not nervous today. At least he's not pitching like it.
Well, if he is, he's covering it up well.
Kind of spread out for him equally, ground balls to fly ball outs.
And just 73 pitches for Vin Mazzaro. He threw 105 on Tuesday in Chicago. That's a little flare, and that's going to drop to right center over Kennedy's head. So Robert Andino with a base hit. Here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Mike in Dublin says, hey, a few years ago, Randy Velarde registered an unassisted triple play while playing second base. There were runners on first and second. Could you run us through the 3 outs? Thank you. Ray, you were there, right?
Yes, I was. The 3-2 count, nobody out, runners at first and second. Don't remember who was hitting the ball, but both runners on the move. Velarde caught the ball, tagged the runner going from first to second, went over to second base, tagged the runner getting back to second.
So he tagged them both. That ball's hit very high to left. Holiday back. Settles underneath it, and he's got it. Adam Jones just missed it.
Well, this is what it looked like. Randy Velarde tagged the runner there. Actually touched the second base bag. Didn't have to touch the runner who was getting back, but he tagged the runner. Otherwise, he would have had to tag the bag and throw to first. So Velarde took care of it himself.
Looked like Omar Oliveras.
Yes, it was. I was thinking about that.
Omar Oliveras.
Well, you think back, and all you have to do is just look to the media guide and look at the all-time A's players, starting with A through Z. He played here?
Isn't it great?
He did?
But, oh, yeah.
That's right. The one in 1996 when the A's started the season in Las Vegas.
One of the greatest catches ever made.
That's right. Absolutely.
I remember watching that game on TV and thinking that was an unbelievable catch because remember how he run into the wall was wood.
Yes.
And you could hear him banging into the wall.
Yeah, that was an exciting week.
That's a shot to center, a base hit by Nolan Reimold. So a bloop single and a hard hit single, and the Orioles have first and second, 1 out. And the guy who's been very good with runners on base, Nick Markakis, steps in.
And the one out was Jones' ball to left field, and he just got under it. Otherwise, it was a 2-run home run. So Mazzaro now needs a ground ball. Markakis hit a fly ball to left field and grounded out to second.
And Markakis hitting .375 with runners in scoring position this year. The first pitch is just a bit inside, didn't miss by much. 0 for 2 today and 2 for 10 in the series for Markakis. He's got a single and a double. Luke Scott is the on-deck hitter. So Mazzaro needs a one-hopper to Kennedy right here.
Oh, one hop back to him. Hit a ground ball. Markakis does run well.
Swing and a miss. Challenge him with a 2-0 fastball, and Markakis swings and misses.
Well, that's a great example of where you sometimes don't give hitters all the credit that you want to try to fool them instead of just challenging them. That's what Mazzaro did and threw it by Markakis.
To center field. Davis now toward left center, and he's got it. So big out there as Markakis is 0 for 3. That ball was slicing away from Rajai Davis, but he was able to track it down. Kurt Young's going to have a visit with Mazzaro with 2 outs here in the 6th. Luke Scott is the hitter. And now there's movement out in the A's bullpen. Michael Wirtz is going to get up. So Wirtz just starts to throw.
Number 30, Luke Scott.
82 pitches now for Mazzaro. Scott with 13 homers and 33 RBIs. Takes just a bit outside. So he's a dangerous hitter. 8 for 15 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position this year. Swing and a miss. Good fastball.
Well, great location also. Scott trying to tie the game with a home run. This pitch to the outside corner. Watch him open up with the hips, and perfect location to the outside, especially with him opening up.
Andino at second, Reimold at first. Inside corner, strike 2 call.
It's that front door two-seamer, and I saw Cahill last night developing the pitch, and this is perfectly thrown on the inside. And a buckle the knees of the hitter, and it came back to catch the inside corner. Bruce Jetman, the home plate umpire, with a left-handed batter, right-handed pitch. He actually moves, sets up the right shoulder, but will move, kind of get a better look at it.
Scott and a big swing, and he fouls it straight back.
That's called backing it up. Went in with a good fastball, and sometimes you think as a hitter, the pitch inside is to set up something outside. But Suzuki called the same pitch inside, and Scott was able to foul it.
That one runs away from Scott. Two and two the count. Just a bit inside. Scott checked his swing.
Scott was looking outside again and kind of sold a little bit of Academy Award as he kind of brought his arms up, almost like this, he's going to get hit. He couldn't have handled the pitch. Ball was inside and started out. Whoa, well, there he comes inside and moved back, but that was simply because he was looking away.
Runners set to go. They take off, and the pitch swing and a miss. He struck him out. Up and in. Scott misses it, and then Mazzaro works out of the jam. Orioles strand a pair. Bottom of the 6th coming up. A's 3, Orioles nothing. Colorado Rockies on Friday, June 26th at 7:05. Stick around after the game and enjoy the post-game fireworks show. It's brought to you by the Contra Costa Times and the Oakland Tribune. Tickets are on sale now. Call 877-493-BALL. That's Friday, June 26th. It's the A's and the Rockies and the fireworks show after the ball. Bottom of the 6th inning, the A's with a 3-0 lead. Another terrific pitching performance by the Athletics. This one belongs to Vin Mazzaro. He's going to try to add on as Jason Giambi leads off. A new pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, Matt Albers. Albers pitched a couple of innings on Friday night.
He couldn't do anything against Bass, for sure.
How about that line? 4 1/3 for Brian Bass. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He came in the first inning. Jason Giambi walked with the bases loaded to obviously bring in a run in the first, and then hit a fly ball to center field. So 0 for 1 with the RBI. Giambi reached out, kind of hooks that one to right field. Markakis is there for the first down.
They got a plan. How about
a plan?
How about the A's? I talked to Steve Bustos about this. Just thinking about the starting pitchers for the A's right now. The 4 youngsters, of course, the veteran Dallas Braden. But Braden wears 51, Cahill 53, Mazzaro 54, Outman 55. So how about Brett Anderson go to number 52?
Yeah.
So you have 5 starters, 51 through 55. All the numbers.
Okay, so only one guy would have to change?
Yeah.
And that would be?
Brett Anderson.
What's he, 49?
He's 49. So there's a middle number. The 52s. Who's got 52? Nobody's wearing 52.
He looks like more like a 52 than a 49 to me.
Yeah. And then they could all line up, turn their backs, and see the names and all the numbers right there. Boost could do it.
All right, let's do it. We'll go talk to Brett Anderson. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe start next spring, if that's the case. You know, start fresh.
Could start tomorrow. Boos is shaking his head downstairs right now. What are they talking about? Nomar Garciaparra.
Number 1. Number 1. What do you think when the A's, because they always say at the trading deadline, who are the A's going to acquire? They acquired 2 guys, Garciaparra and Ellis. They get back healthy. Ellie the 28th of June, so a little bit before the trading deadline, but still, he's eligible to come back then. Garciaparra is eligible Monday. Will not be available to come back, but
what about Dukeshire?
Dukeshire too? Yeah.
And we're not sure when the Duke will be back, but the fact is, 3 pretty decent guys that can help you out. Bobby Crosby steps in with 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
That check swing needed to result in a base hit. Crosby's robbed twice. 2 hard hit balls. You just want a check swing, a broken bat to get a hit, and say, take that.
Crosby did get an RBI in the first inning. It was his 12th of the year. This one hit towards short. And he takes care of it. So Matt Albers has a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the 6th inning. Mazzaro heading back out for the 7th, 3-0 A's. It's a 3-0 A's lead in the 7th inning. Vin Mazzaro back to the mound, and first pitch to Melvin Mora is right on the outside corner for a strike. Mora, Salazar, Wieters for the Orioles. Ball's driven to center. Rajai Davis is right there, 1 out.
Well, they talked about Vin Mazzaro in spring training, that maybe of the 3 youngsters, and Cahill, Anderson, and Mazzaro, that maybe Vin had the best stuff, but he was the one who was sent to AAA after his March 22nd outing against the White Sox. And maybe the opportunity to go to the minor leagues to pitch, because he has come back and kind of probably saying exactly or thinking what scouts have said. Very good stuff, and he has proven it in his first 2 starts. Very confident, very composed young man, and getting the job done.
He's quickly ahead of Oscar Salazar. A's bullpen is quiet. Salazar, a ground out to second and a ground out back to the pitcher. Salazar was just called up. The Orioles put Izturis, the shortstop, Cesar Izturis, on the disabled list. He drives that one. Left center, Holiday on the run, tracks it down. 2 outs here in the 7th.
Well, it looked like it had a chance to go to the gap, but Salazar got the ball in on the hands, and as a result did not have full throttle on it, and Holiday, with his speed, able to get to the ball and make the catch. It's only because of where the ball was hit on the bat. Sweet part, it's off the wall.
So Matt Wieters steps in. Wieters played on Friday night. He was not in the lineup last night. Big hop to Bobby Crosby at first, side, retired. 3 up, 3 down inning for Vin Mazzaro. 7th inning stretch from the Coliseum, 3-0 A's. Rewind. He's got 3 in the first for Vin Mazzaro, who's making his home debut. That's how they got their runs. A bases loaded walk to Giambi. Kurt Suzuki hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. And then Bobby Crosby thrown out on a very close play at first, but that would knock in a run. So the A's had a 3-0 lead after 1 inning. Vin Mazzaro has been outstanding again. 2nd major league start. Mazzaro with 3 strikeouts, worked his way out of a jam in the 6th inning. There it is, 0-4-0 for the Orioles, 3-2-1 for the Athletics. The A's continue to roll, closing in on their 6th win in a row. They got a little work to do yet as we've reached the bottom of the 7th inning. So AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Davis, Petit, Cabrera. Bruce Dreckman having a chat, it looks like, with the A's dugout. Not quite sure what that's all about. Rajai Davis on the 1-0 pitch is going to be retired by Melvin Mora. So 1 out for Gregorio Petit.
Third baseman, number 2, Gregorio Petit.
The Mariners have a 2-0 lead over the Twins in the 5th inning up in Seattle.
American League Western Division trying to tighten up a bit.
It is slowly tightening up thanks to the run by the A's. Mariners-Twins game, that's the rubber game of that 3-game series. Of course, the Twins will then head to the Bay Area after that game. The Mariners will head out and they will go to Baltimore to open up a 3-game series against the Orioles on Tuesday. So we'll keep you updated on that ball game up in Seattle. Weeder's near the seats, but it drops in. Both the Rangers, or I should say not both, the Rangers won and the Angels lost. So the Angels lose a game in the standings. They're now 4.5 back. Oh, 2 to Gregorio Petit. Swing and a miss. Hard breaking curveball, and Petit strikes out. That's the first A's hitter to strike out this afternoon. The Yankees won and the Red Sox lost, so the Yankees take over first place in the AL East. Flip-flop with the Red Sox. Swing and a miss by Cabrera.
We're going to see the Tampa Bay Rays. They're what now at 500, but it's 4.5, 5 out of first place, so they're hanging in there.
Yep. Tigers won. So they got a 3-game lead now in the AL Central over the Twins. Up and into Cabrera as he spins out of the way.
Well, the best thing Cabrera did, drop the bat. So there's no chance of a foul ball with the ball coming up and in. If he had turned into the ball, might have been a foul ball or hit his body. I always think of Jesus Alou, one of the 3 Alou brothers, who was excellent at getting rid of the bat. Ball up and into it. Worst thing is get knocked down. Have the ball hit the bat, it's a strike.
You're double ticked off.
Yeah. Especially if it's just enough off the bat into the catcher's mitt to strike out.
Cabrera is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Just got a piece of that one to keep the count at 2-2.
Andrew Bailey said that in a safe situation, he'd be available today. Pitched last night and got 4 outs. Was concerned about whether he would be available today, but he said, yes, we shall see.
Cabrera strikes out, and a nice inning for Matt Albers as he gets a couple of strikeouts. A's with a 3-0 lead as we head to the 8th. Orioles in the 8th inning. Vin Mazzaro back to the mound for the Athletics. Defensive change. Jack Hanahan comes in to play first base, so Bobby Crosby is out.
And it could be one of two reasons. Because he wouldn't be coming out without possibly injured. Maybe earlier, barehanding the ball might have happened there, or might have got the call from Gina.
Get home. Brian Roberts is the pinch hitter for Ty Wigington, leading off the 8th inning. And swing and a miss, 1-1. This will be pitch number 100 from Mazzaro as Michael Wirtz gets up for the second time. So Roberts is the Orioles' everyday leadoff hitter, taking the day off. He's leading off the 8th inning here. Two and 2 the count. Mazzaro gave up the 1-out single to Reimold in the 6th inning, and then since then he has retired 5 in a row. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Took something off, and Roberts strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts from Mazzaro.
Backdoor slider. It's gone inside, and maybe this was supposed to be inside, but it left it out. And Roberts, no contact, and strike out on a pitch that maybe supposed to be one location, turned out to be an excellent pitch, the opposite location.
Swing and a miss by Andino. Well, the Orioles getting their first look at Vin Mazzaro, and how could they not be impressed? Right on the corner, 0-2, 94 miles an hour. Andino just reaches out and flips one into right field for a hit. So Andino is 2 for 3. A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Nissan. Get to the Nissan 10 event for great deals on reliable vehicles. Look closer. Nissan delivers. Bob Guerin's coming out. So Vin Mazzaro outstanding in his 2nd Major League start. And he's going to get a huge applause from this crowd. Let's listen in as Mazzaro walks off the mound. Seven and a third for Vin Mazzaro today. There's 5 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. First 2 Major League starts, not too shabby. He's going to have to sit back and watch the rest of this one and hope the bullpen can come through. He's need 5 more outs to pick up their 6th win in a row. So Michael Wirtz faces Adam Jones.
And Dino, just like he did in his last at-bat against right-hander Mazzaro, blooped the ball to right center with 2 strikes. And the breaking ball and the identical hit that took him out of the game. But Wirtz, who was up last inning, ready to come in, does come in the 8th inning, trying to get the final 2 outs.
Hit very high to shallow center. Rajay Davis trots in and over, and he's got it for the 2nd out. So Adam Jones is retired. And that'll bring up Nolan Reimold.
Number 14, Nolan Reimold.
The lefty Breslow now loosening up. Reimold has been on base twice. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd, and had a base hit in the 6th. And a home run last night. It's 2-0. Next 2 hitters in the Orioles lineup are left-handed, Markakis and Scott.
That's why Michael Wirtz wants to get this batter out, walk off the field, and turn over to somebody in the 9th inning instead of having to come out.
Very close pitch, but Bruce Struckman said it was a bit outside, so it's 3-0. And it's a walk. So now Markakis is going to hit. There's a lefty in the bullpen. It's the first walk issued by the A's today. Bob Guerin's coming out, so he's going to make the move. So Breslow's going to come in, the lefty, and he will face the left-handed hitting Nick Markakis.
June 24th. Game time each night is at 7:05. Great seats are still available for all 3 games. Get tickets now at oaklandathletics.com. Favorite series here at the Coliseum this year. A little unusual, the fact that 3 games will be played Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday instead of the normal weekend series the A's will have in San Francisco next weekend, but after a trip to Los Angeles and San Diego, it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here. Bad schedule. Got to play them on a weekend.
Yeah, I would think so. First pitch to Markakis, and it's a slider for a strike. So Breslow has the job of Markakis with 2 on and 2 out. Andrew Bailey starts to loosen up in the bullpen. Your runners, Andino and Reimold. That one's driven. Davis on the run, still on the run, and it held up, and he made the catch. Orioles strand a pair. 3-0 A's, bottom of the 8th coming up. $1,000 cash every day. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Bottom of the 8th inning from the Coliseum. The A's 3 outs away from a sweep of the Baltimore Orioles. Some changes for the Orioles. Brian Roberts, who pinch hit, stays in the game to play second base. And the Orioles bring in a new pitcher. Right-hander Jim Johnson. So Johnson is the 4th pitcher of the afternoon for the Orioles. Kennedy, Custon, Holiday for the A's. Johnson, 25-year-old right-hander. 5th round pick of the Orioles back in 2001. Johnson, his 2nd full year in the big leagues.
Well, if nothing, Dave Trimley has a lot to be thankful for in his bullpen, especially today.
Kennedy down the left field line, but it's going to drop foul. But put it this way, it could have been a lot worse.
Well, the A's were hoping it could be a lot worse. One more hit could have really opened it up in the first inning. Since that did not happen, the A's scored the 3. That's been it, and only 2 hits in the afternoon. One of those in the first inning, and the other with Kennedy in the 5th. The A's scored 3 runs, and that's where it stands right now, thanks to outstanding pitching by Ben Mazzaro. How about the ball Markakis hit? It looked like it was going to the right center field gap, and it decided to just stop.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. I thought that was big trouble for the Athletics, but almost looked like it downshifted a little bit.
Yeah, like a reverse spin on it, like shut down the engine. But Rajay Davis almost overran the ball, but he has great speed, able to track it. And when it left his bat, looked like there's going to be in the gap, but it just kind of, as Matt Holliday said on one of the fly balls he hit to center field, it's like a parachute. So Rajay had to stutter step a little bit to stop his momentum.
Kennedy, a line drive, but the center fielder Adam Jones is right there. So Adam Kennedy is now 1 for 4. Mariners have scored a couple times in the bottom of the 5th, so they lead the Twins 4-2. Here's Jack Cust. Cust swings and misses. Now Cust, Holiday, and Giambi, the big three in the middle of the lineup, are combined 0 for 6, but they all three walked in the first inning, and it was obviously a major part of the 3 runs that the A's scored in the inning. So even when these guys aren't getting hits, or if they are getting 1 hit, it's a big hit. And that has starting to show up, no question about it.
Left fielder, number 5.
That's interesting. And look at the first inning. The A's scored a run with a walk, a hit batter, and a ground out to third. Run each on those 3 at bats. But sometimes you have to take them, trying to win their 6th in a row. And although they scored 9 runs on Friday, 9 runs last night, trying to make 3 enough this afternoon.
But you just look at this series rate. Jack Cust is 1 for 10, but he's got 4 RBIs and he's scored 3 runs. Giambi, the same thing. Giambi is 1 for 7 in the series. He's got 4 RBIs. So big hits, and Holiday's 4 hits in the series. He's retired there. So we're headed to the 9th inning. The A's with a 3-0 lead. Andrew Bailey loosening up. See if he's coming in. 3-0.
On Comcast Sportsnet California, it is exciting A's baseball. You can check out MLB.tv. Log on to the internet to watch every out-of-market game of the season, and they're live. For more details, visit OaklandAthletics.com, where baseball is always on. Where the A's are playing right now, regardless of where you are. I hope you're watching this A's club as they try to win their 6th in a row. Need 3 outs, and it's up to Andrew Bailey, the bottom of the 9th, top of the 9th.
Swing and a miss by Luke Scott. Scott, Mora, and Salazar, the 3 scheduled hitters for the Orioles.
Andrew Bailey closed the game out last night, but it was not a save situation, but it did get the A's a win. Trying to make it a sweep of the Orioles this afternoon.
In that game last night, Bailey threw 26 pitches. good curve. The only pitcher, the only reliever, I should say, in the major leagues that has more strikeouts than Andrew Bailey is Jonathan Broxton from the Dodgers. And you watch Broxton pitch, we'll see him. It looks like he strikes everybody out.
I hope they don't see him.
Oh, man. He's frightening. 2-2 to Scott. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Luke Scott is 0 for 4, 1 out in the ninth.
Doing a great curveball for strike 2. Then look at this cutter. Outside part of the plate, a little bit off the velocity, and backdoor cut fastball. Excellent pitch by Andrew Bailey, especially the lefty.
Here's Melvin Mora. He takes a strike right at the knees. Curveball, swing and a miss. Strike throwing machine. That's Andrew Bailey. Fastball, curveball. He's 0-2 to Melvin Mora. Mora is 0 for 3 in the ball game. A couple of ground outs and a fly ball to center field. Checked his swing that time.
Mora started on the curveball, but kept his bat back. On his body going forward.
Didn't miss by much. 2-2. That time, Bailey let him get away. Overthrew it a little bit. It's a full count. Well, it all started with 7 1/3 from Vin Mazzaro. Michael Wirtz got 1 out. Breslow got 1 out to get out of the 8th inning.
So that's 13 2/3 for Mazzaro. So he just ran past Aaron Harang, didn't he?
Yep.
Flew right by him. Don Drysdale, or maybe could now, or Harshiser, who has regularly 59 innings for Harshiser.
And it's a walk. So Melvin Mora, give him some credit, a pretty good at bat against a tough pitcher in Andrew Bailey. So the 1 out walk.
Number 26, Oscar Salazar.
Here's Oscar Salazar, the first baseman. Salazar, 2 ground outs and a fly ball, 0 for 3 on the day. Hanahan playing behind Mora. The rookie Matt Wieters is in the on-deck circle. Big swing by Salazar, and now it's 0-2. So Bailey going to quickly finish off Salazar.
It's taking him so long between pitches.
Mora takes off. It's a swing and a miss by Salazar. He strikes out. Mora will go to second.
And
so 2 outs.
That was a man. Just give me the ball. I'm going to throw nothing but fastballs, and let's go. Let it go.
Well, especially after getting ahead of Mora and then walking.
15, Matt Wieters.
So here's Matt Wieters. Wieters takes low. Wieters, fly ball to center, fly ball to left, and a ground out to first. And Mazzaro waiting it out, looking for win number 2. There's a strike by Bailey. Good curveball from Bailey, but that one drops inside. Wieters lays off. Mora is the runner at second. Chops slowly. Cabrera has it, straightens up, throws to first. That's the ball game. The A's sweep the Baltimore Orioles. They win it this afternoon 3-0. So the A's get their third shutout of the year. And the great pitching continues for the Athletics tonight, or today. Vin Mazzaro, the starter. And it's a little help from the three relievers. The A's have now won 6 games in a row. So the month of June, as always, being kind to the Athletics. 3-0 is the final. Hard to believe, but the A's had just